Sex. So this week, so far, yeah, we've had lots of conversations about sex, which is quite strange because it's only a Monday and the week is only just beginning. But the reason why is because most men, many men that I speak to want to have more and more sex, not because they're crazy sex obsessed men, but more because they're having almost none. And it's a conflict in relationships nowadays that's not even that difficult necessarily to resolve. It's a conflict that's an incredibly sensitized one, isn't it? Yet between two different people. And the conversations I have tend to revolve around a certain theme, yet where realistically, if you want to have more sex with your partner, primarily you're not having more sex down to this one key conflict that businessmen, entrepreneurs tend to have with their partner. So imagine this. Imagine you have a person on this side, yeah, who's working massively hard, who's doing all kinds of things, who's going through stress, through trauma, through, working, doing all kinds of different conflicting, challenging things, and they explain that very well. Yep, each and every day. You have this person on this side, yep, who's maybe got a good life because of this person experiencing these stresses and working hard and doing these different things. Yes, this person over here perceives it from that angle where they perceive that this person should appreciate their effort, should appreciate the things they do, should appreciate the time, the energy, the stress, everything that they go through, should appreciate it and feel good because this person is enduring this pain from their perspective for this person. Yeah. So this person comes home stressed, tense, pissed off, frustrated, annoyed. But he's like, done all this for you. Now I expect you to be appreciative and for you to feel good about the pain that I'm enduring. Whereas this person doesn't perceive it in that way. Yeah, because this person, although it's nice that they've got a nice house and they've got a nice lifestyle and they've got things that they appreciate, yeah, the problem is this person doesn't really value those things that much. Yeah, so this person values those things because it gives them a sense of status, a sense of purpose, a sense of power, a sense of energy, a sense of aliveness. So this person feels fulfilled by me on that journey, and they perceive that me doing these things for the people around me will make them fulfilled. But the problem is the opposite's true. Yet this person values their emotional needs being met more than anything else in the world. 90% of enjoyment to this person is their emotional needs being met. And none of their emotional needs have anything to do with having a nice car and a nice house and a nice surrounding to live in. So it's a conflict, isn't it? Yeah, where this person feels pissed off because this person's stressed, anxious, and just in a shitty place emotionally. And then this person feels pissed off because this person doesn't want anything to do with them, have sex with them, be around them, feel connected to them in any way. Yeah, because this person thinks, well, she should do because I provide all these things for her and she should appreciate the sacrifice that I make. So that's the conflict, isn't it? Where many men presume that their partner should want to have sex with them, should want to be close to them, should want to be caring, loving, supportive, because of the hardship that they face. But the reality is the opposite. Yeah, reality is there's two parts to any relationship. Yes, someone working hard, being productive, doing great things is important. But equally, if you do not meet your partner's emotional needs, then she will not give a fuck what you do. Yeah, she won't want to be around you, she won't want to connect with you, she won't want to be intimate with you, she won't want to have sex with you, she won't want to do anything at all because that's more important to her than all those different things. So how do people do that? How do we do that? Well, we firstly recognize that if we are in a shit state, if we're emotionally, we are stressed, we're tense, we're frustrated, we're disconnected, we're repressing all those stresses and tensions that we experience every day, no one's going to want to be around us. Yeah, not our partner, no one's going to want to be around us. Yeah, it's really not going to fulfill any person emotionally in that type of way. So, what we have to firstly recognize is that we have to feel good. We have to feel good. So primarily, we're bringing good, relaxing, positive, energized, joyful, happy feelings towards the people that we interact with. And when we do that, obviously, they're going to want to spend more time with us and close the gap. Yeah. So what is the gap? Well, the gap is a gap that arises when people are stressed and tense in their life. So imagine when a relationship is simply mind-blowing, when a relationship is amazing, when a relationship is fantastic in every way, people are connected, emotionally connected. So inherently there's huge emotional fulfillment in a relationship. Yeah, the same as when you first get with someone, that spark, that joy, that energy, that feeling of aliveness, that feeling of really caring deeply for that person and wanting to be around them all the while, and just feeling good just by holding their hands and walking through the park. Yet those feelings are natural feelings that people should feel in every intimate relationship. But the problem is this: when people feel stressed and tense and anxious in themselves, what happens is, then because of that sensitized state, very often it creates a gap. Yep. And then suddenly, as that gap appears, all of those positive feelings people don't feel as much anymore. In the same way as, do you feel the same positive feelings with your employees? Do you feel the same positive feelings as strangers? Do you feel the same positive feelings with random people that you meet in the street? No, the only reason why you don't is because of closeness and intimacy, because of that connection. When people are connected in that way, it's incredibly fulfilling for human beings, yeah? And inherently, the type of people we want to have sex with are only people who we are connected on that level. So the conflict goes like this, doesn't it? Yeah. So how do we know? How do we know if you are emotionally connected to your partner or if you're not? Now, first thing I'm going to say is that you're going to say that you are, but you're not. Yeah, because the majority of people, feeling connected is subjective, isn't it? It's subjective. So what you'll find is everyone will say, I'm connected, everything's fine. When I say, so let's ask two questions to find out how connected you are with your partner. Firstly, is she irritated, frustrated, angry? Does she have a go at you? Does she moan at you? Does she complain at you? Because that's a clear sign that her emotional needs are not met in the relationship. And secondly, does she want to have sex with you every single day? Because if she doesn't, then her emotional needs are simply not being met. And what you find is, on some days when the gap is closed, she feels close, connected, and loving, and she wants to have sex with you. And on the majority of days when the gap is open, then obviously when it's already open, then any challenges that arise, it pushes people further apart. Yep. So when the gap's closed, we can experience stress, trauma, conflict, all kinds of different problems. And people actually love each other more and want to be each other more and enjoy spending more time with each other. But as soon as the gap's open, then any conflict, any stress arises, it just pushes people further and further and further apart. For example, when I was in the Marines, when I was a youngster, so people could be in incredibly traumatic situations, people's legs being blown off, people being killed, people being shot at, shooting at people, all kinds of horrifically conflicting situations. But those people inherently had incredible strong bond between them. Yeah, so the bond wasn't pushed apart by those events, the bond was only deepened. Whereas the more these events happened, the closer, connected, and more reliant people became on each other in that type of way, where many people develop relationships in those situations that are more deep and more profound than they ever do throughout the rest of their life. Yeah. So it's quite different from that perspective, isn't it? Whereas imagine if you and your partner were in an environment where there's any kind of stress or conflict and there's already a gap open, you're totally fucked. It's literally going to blow you apart in that type of way. And then the current theme of conversation that people speak to me, they say, well, it's because my partner's stressed, it's because my partner's tense, it's because this, it's because that, it's because that. And inherently those things aren't true, because when people are stressed, when people are tense, when people are upset, when people are in pain, if they have someone that they're close to and connected to in that way, then they only want to be closer. Why? Because that person only relaxes their nervous system, brings ease, brings joy, brings comfort to their pain. Whereas as soon as there's a gap open, no person, you, me, no one, wants to share with that person. Awesome. So if you want to have more sex with your partner, it's worth reflecting on those two things. Firstly, that the conflict in terms of your expectations for her aren't in line with reality. Her emotional needs are the most important thing in our life, yeah? And they're not met by money, they're not met by status, they're not met by faster cars, they're not met by cooler things, they're not met by a bigger house. 90% of her feel-good feelings she feels each day is based on her emotional needs being met. Yeah. And secondly, how you feel is how she's going to feel over time. So you're the leader of your family. You are the benchmark for how everyone feels in your life. So the priority you have on taking care of yourself, on making yourself feel amazing, on feeling awesome within yourself in every single way, yeah, is going to emanate out to all the people around you. So put yourself first. Do amazing things for yourself so that you're in a place where it's effortless to connect with people. Yep, and the more stressed, the more tense, the more anxious we are, the lower our mood is, the more depressed we are. Obviously, the more sensitized we are, the more we don't want to connect with people, and the more tense and disconnected and kind of barriers we put up between other human beings. It's a deep one to think about on a Monday, guys, but if you want to have more sex, then maybe you should think about it. Take care.